everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amber and today I'm going to be talking to you about what you don't need to bring to uni. Now I did one of these a while ago and it went down really well with you guys, but it was on about clothing, like what clothes you should take and what clothes you really don't need. So I'm going to be doing that again today, but with like university essentials and like decorations and all of that jazz. So I know a lot of you are going to university this weekend or maybe on your way right now. So hopefully this isn't too late and it can still help some of you who are maybe leaving next week. Like last time, I'm going to be doing things you definitely don't need and things you do need. Obviously if you use the things that I'm saying you don't need, obviously you might need them, so feel free to take them. You obviously don't have to take my word as Bible or anything. These are just things that I've learned from my personal experience, from watching friends and like hearing stories. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing you definitely don't need is your whole sewing kit, whether it's yours or you've borrowed it from your mum's. I know a lot of people take all of the colours, all of the needles and everything in between, just in case they get like a hole in their clothing. And I get it's a good idea, but what I just did was took a black reel of thread and one needle. Luckily all my clothes that ripped happened to be black, but I don't think like black is a very, like, what's the word I'm looking for, like obvious colour. It's one that's can go in quite a lot of things, especially if it's like a seam that's broken. So definitely take maybe a couple, maybe your most popular colours in your wardrobe, but not your whole sewing kit. Another thing is your first aid kit. I get if your mum's like a pharmacist, you're not going to be able to leave without a whole first aid kit that is suitable for Bear Grylls Island if you're about to be bitten by a crocodile. But you really don't need your whole first aid kit. All you really need is some plasters, some paracetamol for Aunt Flo, and yeah, that's really all I took. I just took plasters and some paracetamol. Obviously if you suffer from migraines or whatever, take that and any medication that you take like on a regular basis, but you don't need all of the extras. Next thing is a toolkit. A lot of people buy stuff from IKEA or whatever whilst they're there and then think, oh my gosh, I'm going to need something to put it up with, so then take like a whole toolkit, like screwdriver, everything. But what I would say is most flat pack furniture comes with an Allen key, so you can actually, like, you don't even need the screwdriver. And obviously if it is flat pack, it's going to come with all the screws and everything that you need. So take maybe one screwdriver, but to be honest, if I ever needed a screwdriver, I just used a knife. Like, it's pretty much the same thing. So you can be quite tactful, but obviously if you think you've got the room, take a toolkit, but it is quite a bulky thing to take with you. Next thing is trinkets, like anything that you put on your desk or on your bedside table, whether like it's a little figurine of a cat or candles or trinket trays. You don't need them. I understand that you want to make it feel homely, but there are lots of different ways you can do that without using up all your desk space, because the more desk space you use, the less space you're going to have for work. And trust me when I say, towards May, when you've got all your exams, you're going to have paper all over your desk, all over your floor, like all over your bathroom. You're going to need as much space as you can, so having those little trinkets probably going to get lost or broken in the mayhem of revision, so just leave them at home. Another thing that kind of ties in with the toolkit is light bulbs. I've never once had a light bulb go out, and obviously if you're living in student accommodation, you tell the reception and they come and change it for you, so you don't even need to worry about taking light bulbs, because there's always someone who's going to fix it for you, because obviously they don't want you to have to do that if you've like never done it before. My next two things are kitchen items. So the first one is mugs. Now I'm giving this advice, but I'm not taking it because I'm taking 5 mugs with me for one tiny person. I understand, trust me, I am like the preacher of mugs, that it's very easy to build up a very cute mug collection very quickly. But obviously it does take up more room, and if you are in your first year and you're sharing a kitchen, you're probably only going to have one cupboard like allocated to you each. So 5 mugs is going to take up quite a lot of room, even if you have more than that. So I would suggest maybe 3 mugs max. Obviously I'm not taking my own advice, but that would be the ideal situation if you haven't got a soft spot for mugs like I do. The next kitchen item is plates. I know some people found absolute bargains and found like 4 of each, like crockery, like plates, dishes and all of the bits in between, and they took them all with them, and again it just took up too much room. I'm only taking 2 of each, and the reason I'm taking 2 is because my boyfriend is going to come and stay, so I'll need 2, otherwise I probably would have only taken 1. The way you've got to think about it is the more plates you have, the more washing up you're going to have to do, because it's going to pile up. You're not going to want to do your washing like every day, so it will pile up, and then before you know it you'll have like 16 pieces of cutlery and crockery and all of that to clean up. The next thing is like a load of makeup and toiletries. Take your essentials for your makeup. I mean, I'm not the biggest makeup person in the world, so I literally took like a mascara, one eyeshadow palette and some concealer, I think. Obviously take what you feel comfortable with, but just don't get overboard, because you will find the more and more you get into the year at uni, you wear makeup less and less and your wardrobe kind of deteriorates. So obviously I really can't talk today. If it's important to you, take it. But yeah, it does take up quite a bit of room, and it will be really hard to find a place to store it if you're in like a little accommodation room. Going with that is toiletries. I know some people, and I think again it was their mum like panicking because they were leaving home, but they had 3 bottles of shampoo, 3 bottles of conditioner, and like just an abundance of toiletries, like so much. And they really struggled to find somewhere to put it, and ended up giving it away towards the end of the year when they hadn't used it all and they couldn't like fit it all like to take back. Me personally, I don't know if this is just because I wash my hair maybe like twice a week, but I took one of the Tresemme like 1 litre double thing, so it's like conditioner and shampoo, and I came home with it. Like I used that throughout my whole year. So yeah, I'd say take minimal toiletries, and if worse comes to worse and you find out you need more, you can always buy it when you're there. I mean, everywhere sells toiletries, so I'm sure you'll be fine without it. My last one is reading books. I did this mistake. I think I took 3 reading books, so not a lot, but it did take up some much needed shelf space, and you can best believe I didn't read them because I didn't have the time. I was reading 10,000 other books, like textbooks and revision notes. So yeah, if it's just leisurely reading, maybe take, you know, a Kindle or download some on your phone, but try not to take too many, like especially if you're a bit of a book fanatic, because you are not going to have the time to read them. Moving on to things you definitely do need. I've touched upon a few of these in previous videos, but I just wanted to put them in this video so it's all in one place for you. First thing I would say you definitely do need is a weekly planner. I have one of these, but I have already packed it. What it is basically a tabletop diary almost, so it has the days of the week and then a note section for your to-do lists, and it's just a really good way to write down what you need to do that week in any to-do list, and then keep on top of it because it's always there. You can buy A3 ones, but obviously, like I said, you're going to need your table space, so I would say definitely stick to A4 or smaller if you can find one. But yeah, it's just a really good way to remind yourself of what you need to do and to get it done. The next thing is a plastic water bottle, like one that you can reuse. It's really good for when you're in exams, and it's also obviously better for the environment because you can reuse it time and time again. But you'll find that it's really useful to always have one on you, like when you're going through the tubes or you're trying to get to work or whatever, you've always got a bottle with you. My next thing I think is very well known amongst the university crowd nowadays, but it is a doorstop. It's a really good way to keep your door open to let your flatmates know you're in and that you want to chat, and it's just a good way to help build those relationships with your flatmates. The next thing I don't think you could ever have enough of is hangers. It's very rare that your accommodation hall is going to come with hangers, so you're going to need them. And if you're like me, I hate folding, so I took hangers for everything. I mean, I don't even have chest of drawers in my room right now because I just hang up everything. So I obviously took a lot of hangers, but I find it's a really good way just to like save time. You don't have to fold, you just bung it on a hanger and shove it in your wardrobe. Obviously, if you don't have a huge wardrobe space, maybe be quite mindful of how many hangers you take and double up on some stuff, but hangers are a must. The next thing is wall decorations. I know I said no decorations for like tabletops, but your walls are going to be bare, so feel free to fill those up with photos, maybe like a tapestry, anything like that. Any posters. It will make it a lot more inviting and definitely personal to you. Then I would say storage for food. I have said in a previous video how people like to steal your food, especially if it's good food like crisps or cereal bars or chocolate bars or anything like that. So I would definitely say to take a tub or like a storage bin or something to put your food in, maybe keep it under your bed or at the bottom of your bed or under your desk, but just to keep all your good bits in so they don't mysteriously disappear. The next thing I didn't take, and it was a regret because once I forgot it I couldn't bring it up, and it was a full-length mirror. I survived. I had like a mini mirror where I could see like my torso, but I could never see my whole outfit, which was quite frustrating going on nights out and stuff, because I'm one of those girls who wants to know that my outfit looks put together, like I've actually made an effort. So definitely take a full-length mirror. You can hang it on the back of your door to like save space, and it's just a really good thing to have, and most likely you won't be able to take it back with you unless you take your car to uni. Another thing that's very useful is extension cables. I only took one and that was enough for me, but it just meant that I could plug it into the socket next to my bed and I could have multiple chargers on it, so like my phone and my laptop and any other plugs in there. Obviously make sure it's approved by the uni, but it's a really good way because now we're living in the age of technology. You're going to need more than maybe like 3 plugs, so definitely take an extension cable with you. My last thing is folders. Now I love my folders. I have one for every topic, like every section. So in events management you have 4 different like courses within your program, so I had 4 different folders, and it just meant that all my work was really easily separated. I know some people use their laptops, but you have to remember, people always forget this, your exams are going to be written. So if your hand muscles aren't up to par when you have to write at like 600 miles an hour, you're going to wish that you had written on paper throughout the year. And that's what I did, hence why I had so many folders, and they were all perfectly organised in chronological order, so I could go back through and revise that way. So I definitely suggest taking a lot of folders with you. So that's all I got for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it and that it hasn't come to you too late and you're thinking, damn it, I've bought my whole toolkit and I didn't need it. If you have liked this video, please hit the thumbs up, and if you're new, please subscribe because that would be amazing, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!